Hey, barbarians! What's up? Thank you for passing by. My name is Phil. I am from Mints and Drops, and today I had the pleasure to sit down with no other than NFT Foundry, OG in the space. Superb, splendid, amazing, awesome project that lets you customize your very own NFT. They had so much going on with the clowns, the hash hounds. Check it out. NFT Foundry, thank you so much for passing by, guys. Thank you. A pleasure to have you on the show. What's up?
Well, thanks for having us, Phil. Been a fan of the show since, I think, last spring, January, February, in the Discord days. Love what you're doing for the community. Just appreciate all you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, it's only a reflection of who I got right in front of the camera, right? So thanks again just for taking the time, man. And how you been?
I've been great. Doing good. How about yourself?
I've been, it's been an insane week. As you can see, I got a brand new background just to make things a little bit more nice looking. I got a cold, and besides that, I'm in a country with accessible water, alive and healthy.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, man.
Good, very good.
Yes.
Good, happy to be here today, Phil, and ready to go. And thanks for all you do in the space. Lots of information, lots of good interviews. You're a good operator, and we're happy to be here, certainly.
That's where it's all about, with quality people, just to bring the message out, right? Just for people to know, and especially to see, right? Because again, I always say it, and at one point, Discord and Twitter is fun, but damn, you need something else, man. You need to be connecting, and that's my way, and I'm happy that you guys enjoy. But enough about me. What's man? I mean, I've dug deep into this project, especially last week, and I've had really a lot of fun, customizing everything. But you have so much going on, man. I mean, the Foundry with Dystopia hash hounds, the clowns. I mean, damn.
Well, a little bit of Shaggy. I'll tell our origin story real quick. So Shaggy and I we found out we were bidding against one another way back August or September of last year on the Little Monkeys Cosmo line. And it turns out Shaggy and I were just bidding each other up back in the days before Zeus or Exact, or, we were just doing it on Discord. And we connected and found out we had a lot in common. And eventually around January 22, we decided to start our own line and brand, which is called NFT Foundry. And the idea behind that is that we really came at it from a holder perspective. Really want to create good value, great NFTs, great art, great community, a great team, for the space. Shaggy and I are all in HBAR, despite the pricing level at the current moment. I think it has a lot of potential in the future, So we really wanted to build on a chain that had that type of potential, and we see the Foundry going forward as an NFT brand in the space. So that's why we have different lines, and we do things a little bit differently than others. One of the things that we started off from the beginning, really was just born out of that first couple interactions, was that we were a little pissed off every time we did a mint, right? Sometimes you get a dud, sometimes your buddy gets a good, a nice rare or ultra rare or whichever. And we kind of said to ourselves, hey, what if we figured out how to do custom? Mm-hmm. And that's where we came up with the idea for the builder. And I'm more of the ideas person, and Shaggy is more of the technical coding end of things. So I defer to him on all of the details and things like that. But he built it. He built the thing from scratch, coded all of it. We started off with a version on the hash hounds that we built through Excel, and then right in the middle of the drop, Shaggy decided that wasn't good enough for our holders, and he transferred it to the web. And we finished out that mint and have gone on since then. So we've got a couple other lines out there, the clowns.
Yeah.
We just added Tutti Frutti, who's a great independent artist, to the Foundry, and a couple others as well. So we've been having fun. I'd sum it all up with, a lot of fun and a lot of work, lots of work as a creator and as, a founder of the lines. I think a lot of the holders, we do everything for the holders. I mean, create value, try to respect them, try to make, all of our development decisions with them in mind, certainly. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of work, lots of work.
It shows. It does show.
Yeah. Shaggy, you have anything you want to add there?
Yeah, I can echo the work that we started this as holders ourselves and just wanted to zag when others zigged with our motto. But I have a whole new respect for creators. The workload, the personal life sacrifice, and it's just an immense amount of time to be a creator in this space, especially if you're ones like us that do your own building versus buying things. That just adds, it just wears us down from time to time. But just a great space, and I just have a ton of respect for all the creators out there that have been here since the beginning.
It's something. It's like what we're doing right now. What we see, as an NFT, as a JPEG, as a whatever, is only a small fraction of everything that's been done in the back. It's like a boxing match or anything. What it's the result that people see and that they can flip, hold, or whatever. But behind the scenes, man, I mean, the work getting done is astonishing. Just the website. I've had the chance, to play around, with customization, with the token that I've received. Man, I mean, the work out there is, it's quite something, man.
Yeah, it was, I think, a month of me putting in 20-hour days to get it to where it is now. It was a big commitment to get there, but we felt it was the only way we were going to get to where we wanted to. We couldn't survive having an Excel builder. I mean, it was cool, but it wasn't professional.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'd say that was more like a proof of concept. Like people really, Shaggy and I had this idea. We brought on CG and Dre and the team, and that really proved to us that the concept was there, that people really wanted to build, their own stuff. And it's not for everybody. We understand that. And it's not their traditional, mint 4,000 and, hope it sells and build your community that way. It's different. So it took a little while for people to kind of understand what's going on. And then it's not just kind of sit back and buy on a marketplace either. You buy your token, you come into the builder, you have some interaction with the team. You can ask for custom stuff. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes we say no, and there's a whole bunch of decisions behind that, which to me anyway is interesting. And, how do you, between lines and drops, how do you maintain rarity? How do you build community in between the drops? What do you spend your time on in between drops? Like we're always busy. Like we just came off of 2 weeks of improving the website, and nobody sees that stuff, except that when they come to mint, like, hey, this website's pretty cracking, Yeah. And so, Shaggy puts in the time for that stuff, and the rest of the team, shout out to the rest of the team that, everybody's putting in the time. And then on top of that, don't forget, you got to be constantly in Discord and building community on Twitter as well. So that's, if I had to say what the challenge is, well, the three most important things I'd say: art, and then engagement, and then building, for us, a team. So the team, builds that engagement, and then art is difficult, but you can always overcome that as well. So it's a lot of time.
It is.
Tell you.
It is. I think down the road, it'll be 100% even more worth it, even though I believe it is already worth it. From an enthusiast perspective, I think it's really fun to see something new, right? When you bring something really unique. I don't think anyone out on the H is doing precisely what you're doing, customization that far to that length. So, man, down the road, man, I mean, it's really is fun. I had fun. User experience was really pristine when I went on the site and I created it. Token ID, whatever. I just entered everything, and then you create your NFT, man. How fun is that? You can choose your perks, choose your traits, hats, no hats. I took mine was a chest off. I'll put it in the video for people to see. And then, I had a big watch, so it's a part of the game that hasn't been harnessed yet that I feel, in my opinion, that, it's super interesting.
And I think we're just getting started with that too, Phil. Like I got a new UI for the mobile experience to where it's going to be the mobile experience right now is not where I want it to be, and I have a UI in the works that'll be a lot smoother, touch based versus point and click based like the desktop is. So those are all plans we have for the future, but it's not done. We want to build it more, and we have some other ideas. Let's just leave it at that to grow this whole builder.
That's nice. I wanted to touch, maybe on the side of things where, of course, you're offering the customization side of things for the NFTs. And it can be hard sometimes, of course, because you see flippers all the way to secondary markets, whether that's Zeus, Hashgales, whatever. And for you having that customization build towards compared to anything that's minting like randomly, how do you find balance in that for you to strive and to just enjoy your art and what you're doing inside your own very dope lane?
Yeah, that's something we realized that we're not a flipper project. We're not the kind of project where someone's going to go and flip it because someone can just go and build it. So they can. It's for us. It's about building your NFT. That's what this has always been about: building what you like. And what I love about this is we get personal interaction with every person that goes to our builder. We have DMs back and forth. You like this layer? You want us to change this? And we get to know that person on a level that no other project gets. I see one of our NFTs listed on Zeus. I know exactly who that NFT is because I worked with them to build it. I know their kids' names. I know so much about them. It's just such a unique experience to where we're in the process of automating the builder now to where we're not going to have that. It's just going to push a button. It's going to be minted and dropped in their wallet. And that's something that I'm really struggling with is I love that interaction with people and we're going to lose that. So we're trying to find other ways to engage beyond that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with what you got 4 collections right now running, which is the Hounds, Dystopia. Is it 2D and the Clouds, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have anything to add to that, Ellis?
Yeah, so the interaction is really interesting to me, right? So the space is conditioned, to go to Zeus or wherever else and buy right off the marketplace, and that's it. Here, with the builder, you get to customize what's going on, and honestly, the holders have been a great source of ideas, and we were just talking about this on our spaces yesterday, which was the things that we think are going to be popular, like, hey, check out this chain, or the earring for the dogs, or whatever that customization might be. It's never what we think it's going to be. The holders always surprise us, like, hey, this is cool, or hey, that's cool, and it gives us a lot of good information, which way to take the line on the next drop, or what bling or new kind of layer to include. It always surprises me how that goes, and we do all the analytics behind it to. And Shaggy actually built this into the builder. You can actually see the rarity by which each individual trade is put together, and it always surprises us. But that interaction is really special to us, with all of the holders, and we don't see too much flipping out there because you get to build it for yourself, right? So it's something that's interesting to us and something we were shooting for, I think, at the outset that we've executed on and will continue to take into new areas.
It's really interesting. I often tweet, that there are categories out there, for people to see out of NFTs right now, because the scope that we see right now is JPEGs, NFTs, all the big pot and everything just lined up over there. But of course, respect, and of course, is that you're going to have projects that you want to flip. There's projects that you want to hold. There's utility based. There's DeFi. There's staking. There's everything. My take is that you're having a brand new category right now that you just throw it out to people, and the goal, in my humble opinion, is maybe for people to understand first and foremost what they hold and what the game is about. To hey man, I just created something that's first really valuable because I made it inside a project that truly cares about me, because wow, I'm bringing back and forth ideas with somebody that's creating it. That's a brand new lane to me, and and people got to know that.
Well, we get
go ahead.
Well, we get like a husband and wives come in, and we hear him say how, yeah, my wife and I built this together, or my son and I, or my daughter and I, and that's just a cool connection you get when you hear that. You're like, yeah, it's bringing them together, and it's just a nice feedback to get that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that interaction's excellent. I mean, we have some plans to take it to different places for the space too. We're kicking around how to do a kids type of line, how to get others, sort of involved. We were talking with Helping Hands for new holders coming into the space, how to train people up, with the
Mhm.
wallets and things like that. I think that's important to grow the space and have fresh blood every once in a while, you know, into the space too.
Mhm. From the kids' perspective too, you can give a DM or a shout out to Batty Hattie too. I think he's down that lane, not precisely in the customization side of things, but he's doing that too. Maybe he could give you a hand. Um, you've talked about things that you got lined up next. You're getting me hyped now. What's like say the year is almost over for sure. Like your year is being closed right now. You said that you did improvement on the sites, which of course is absolutely it's seeable. You can see it. What's lined up, like say for Q1 max Q2, because too far away it's too hard, right? But Q1 for 23, what's in the clouds?
Coming up soon, we're working on finishing integrating 2D Fruities into the Foundry. So we're going to we've closed those sales for now and took down what 2D had on Zeus. We're going to remint that entire line and make anyone who is a current holder a or Shaggy, I'm missing the word origin, a Genesis holder. Sorry.
Genesis.
And we're going to be able to have some rarity on there and metadata and integrate into the lines a little bit better on top of some staking as well, along with we do staking with all of the other lines we have as well. So just bringing those holders into the fold. We're excited to have 2D on board as an artist and all of those holders as well. She has some very loyal people, which is great. And then Hounds, the second drop of the Hounds is coming up very soon. We're trying to get that out before the end of the year. Might be Q1 based on Christmas and the holidays, but who knows? We might surprise everybody, and that might be in the can shortly. So that'll be hype. That'll be real hyped up. I think we're going to do the builder again for that as well in some way. We'll see. So keep on your Twitter feed to see some of that hype coming up soon. For that, we're trying to do every Sunday or every other Sunday a Spaces. We make that Spaces really a team meeting that everybody can come in and listen to. So we kick around our ideas. We kick around like, hey, what projects are we completing this week? What do we have on for next week? And kind of make it like an open forum. So holders or anybody else who's interested in the project can come on and just see what we're talking about, see what we're doing. Very open and transparent, and wouldn't have it any other way. Again, we get great ideas from that. Not that I want to give out all of our.
It's true. It's true.
Secrets.
I was there 3 weeks ago. I had a blast. I joined in. I didn't know what was up. I was like, oh, Foundry, let's go. Let's go there. So, oh.
Yeah, that's our team. That's our team meeting for the week, just to get everybody straight and set for the week, and what we're developing going on. We kick around a lot of interesting stuff, which I think people are interested in. So we try and keep it to an hour. I know those go long, long time out there, but we try and make it good for everybody.
Yeah, and then on the tech side, we have like that we want to work with Lazy Superheroes and get that smart contract minting tool and automate our builder in the mobile UI for the builder. And then we have a holder site I'm working on in the background. It's not going to be anything too special, but it's going to offer them some peer-to-peer options that I think will be really cool. Of course, a game. Everyone's working on a game. We got one we want to work on. Community engagement and a food truck. That's all I'm going to leave it at that as a food truck. But when that idea comes out, it'll be a fun one.
Nice. I will not finish on let's say a negative note, but what's especially right now, in this market, what's been like say the toughest part? Of course, HBAR's price, whatever. Everybody's doing sideways.
I'll tell you though, that really girds your I feel like everybody who's going to come out of the space on the other side of this HBAR price issue is going to be like a knight, right? You're going to have like this armor and you're going to be ready for for anything, right? So
Yeah.
people that are left at the end of this will be, superheroes in and of themselves. I'd say the most difficult part of all of it is really sustaining engagement.
Mm.
You can't you want to be serious and professional some of the time and fun and silly some others of the time, but that engagement with your community and keeping people interested and always having the next thing without being and every project needs hype and things like that without being too overboard or overblown, so that when you're in a lull people are still around. So that's what we've really focused on in the Discord. So we have the main chat is called the fam chat for family, and we've had birth announcements, marriage announcements in the Discord, which always surprises me how much people are willing to share of themselves. And we're very grateful and thankful that people are interested in the project, and then come there and share their in real life stuff. Always grateful for that stuff. And then a close second for founders and devs in the space would be just avoiding burnout, right? Because you can do this 24/7 if you like.
For sure.
Everybody needs a good check in real life and family life and work life if you have to work, like many of us do. So balancing those things and keeping everybody engaged while doing it is a challenge, we'll say. But something that the real solution for us was bringing more people on the team. Started out with Shaggy and I, and then added CG, and then we found Dre, and then we added some more on down the line, and that's been great. Everybody down to a person has been a great contributor to the project, and we're thankful for their support as well. So.
Yeah, and it's a 24/7 business. There's no joke about it. Any creator who wants to say this is their time zone business is fooling themselves. You need people in all time zones to make this thing run properly in the Discord. So that's a burnout factor that we all were facing. And finally, we just decided we got to start looking at the other side of the world, and we got to start having people on our team from that part of the world to cover it. And that's just how it's all evolved.
I think the armor analogy or even metaphor is really striking, because that's what it is. And at one point, I think that even at this precise moment, and that can be brought up or even spotted on even on mints and drops or whatever, any projects right now facing this sideways situation, you have to rely on your core, and you have to keep on believing into what you do, that I'm building the branding side of things, core community, but down the road I think people know and will know what's real, because that's what we want, right? Especially after those 2 years, man. I mean, we want something real. So of course, no, it's true. So of course, wedding proposals, man, that's amazing, because you connect with people. Videos, of course, community engagements, stuff that you can connect with, and the vector and the boat on which you are is the project.
Well, we still the HBAR price doesn't really impact me, because we still fund everything out of pocket, and we just store the HBAR. It's just all sitting there for when it's worth something again. So for us, it's not about what the price is. It's about how many HBARs we have in the account, and that just sits there until the time's right. But everything comes out of our pocket to fund this project. If we need something, we pay for it just to keep the project funds secure.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for just taking the time to pass by. I wish you nothing but the best success. I truly believe that what you do is amazing. It's an angle that hasn't been touched, so far. And man, just strive and keep on doing. Success is already there. You just have to keep on nurturing it. It's something that you planted. And man, the core is really great. Again, I'm going to say it. I have had really fun, customizing my own hound. It was 3 days ago. And man, just keep on striving.
Thank you, Phil. We appreciate it. We appreciate all you do.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. Thanks for being a good person in the space and spreading the Foundry love on top of that. And we look to see you in the next build and the next hounds, and we'll see you there.
And the next Spaces every Sunday. What time?
9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Let's go. You know what to do. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you. Take
Thanks,
care.
Phil.
Peace.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.